everybody. Today I am making a chocolate cake. Now this chocolate cake is my family's favorite. We make it for everybody's birthday, but warning, you have to really like chocolate because it's like super chocolatey. It's so easy to make. It's my daughter's favorite. She requests it every year. And then I'm going to show you how we usually ice it. We put some fresh flowers on top because she has a June birthday. But anyways, if you like chocolate, this recipe's for you. So you're going to need some all-purpose flour, some salt, some cocoa, some white sugar, baking powder. You actually need baking soda, which I forgot to get out. You need some vanilla extract, you need some eggs, and you need some vegetable oil or sunflower oil or vegetable-based oil, okay? Oh, you also need some milk, and you need some boiling water, which I'm boiling on the kettle right now. Okay, so the recipe that I posted on Nedspeedy makes 2 pans, but I like to make a triple layer cake just because it's higher and it looks a little bit more special for a birthday. So I'm going to increase this recipe by half. So it'll be like a 1.5 recipe. But if you just want 2 pans, just follow the 2 pans. Okay, so you want to put your oven at 350. So I've got that preheating right now. And essentially it's like a 1 bowl type of recipe. That's another reason why I like it. So the first thing you're going to do is put in the sugar. So if you're doing the 2, you need 2 cups of sugar, but I'm doing 3 pans, so I need 3 cups of sugar. A lot of sugar. This is not healthy by any means, but it's a special cake. So 3 cups of sugar, and you can hear the water boiling in the background. I might have to get, so 1. Sometimes I'm a little bit more precise when I do my measurements. I might have to get myself another bag of sugar to make sure that I get all 3 cups here. Sometimes it's dangerous to do it over top of the bowl because then you're gonna put too much in. So I'm going to go get another bag of sugar. I guess I wasn't overly prepared here, but I'll do that when we stop videotaping. So let's pretend this is 3 cups of sugar. Okay, Paige, remind me I have to put another cup of sugar in. Okay, then you need your flour. So usually you would need 1 3/4 cup flour, but since I'm doing 1.5, I need 2 2/3 flour. So this is where I spoon it in, because if you pack it in, you're not getting the right measurements here. So they always say to spoon it in, and then you can level it off either with the back of your spoon or a knife. So that's 1, so 2 2/3. 2. We never get tired of this chocolate cake. It's just so delicious, but make sure you have some vanilla ice cream or some whipped cream with it to kind of cut the chocolate. So that's 2 2/3. So I'm gonna get my thirds. Here's my thirds. So I'm gonna do 2 of these because it's 2/3, some fraction practice coming in here. So 1/3, 2/3. Okay, I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So make sure you get the teaspoon and not the tablespoon. So 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So again, I just level with my finger. 1, 2, and you need the same with your soda. And I'm just gonna grab that soda. I thought I had everything else, I thought I didn't. Here's the soda. So 2 teaspoons of soda, 1 teaspoons of soda. And then you need some salt. This was my grandmother's container. I inherited it from her and I love it. I hope it never breaks. Okay, so that is 1.5 teaspoons. So 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I have to go to the half, which is right there. Half teaspoon of salt. Okay, and then I have to mix it all up. So I'm gonna, you don't need a mix master to do this. You could just do this with a spoon, a wooden spoon, whatever. But remember, I'm gonna go put that sugar in there. Okay, so give it a nice stir, and I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back. I went and got some more sugar. I put another cup of sugar in there. Now we have to add 1.5 cups of cocoa. So this is the important bit. This is what makes it so chocolatey. I like Fry's brand cocoa because it's a good brand. It's a premium brand, so it turns out being really chocolatey. So there we go. You can hear my water boiling. So dump that in here. You know what? I'm going to, because I can see a disaster happening, and do that. And now I need another 1/2 cup because I'm doing the 3 cake pans. So my daughter and I went to the store. We went to Metro and we got some beautiful flowers that we're hoping will work for her cake tomorrow. We usually always decorate with flowers and berries because it's seasonal and it makes a really beautiful cake topper, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so that's 1.5, and then I'm gonna stir it up. Again, if you don't have a stand mixer, you can just use your spoon. Okay. So now I'm going to add in the eggs, the milk, oil, and vanilla. So because I'm doing 3, I'm going to do 3 eggs. And this is what I like about this cake too, is it's one bowl. Sometimes cakes get complicated and it's more than one bowl. So with things like eggs and milk and stuff like that, it's good to let them come to room temperature. It's just better. I don't know why but if they're cold, that's fine too. Sometimes I'll run a little bit of warm water over them. Okay, so you need, for the vegetable oil, you need 3/4 cups of vegetable oil. I think I have a little bit too much in here. Oh no. Okay, so 3/4 cups vegetable oil. Okay. And you need 1.5 cups of milk. Here's an interesting fact. When you're making like chocolate cakes or darker cakes, they usually for the fat have oil. And when you're making like lighter cakes, like vanilla cakes, the fat is usually butter. So you can taste the butter. I like working with oil though, because it's a lot easier than butter. Okay, so we want 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So 1, 2, oh, gotta give it my last squirt. That should be fine because again, it is a chocolate cake. So now you're going to blend this for 2 minutes. So what I like to do is I like to start slow so the cocoa doesn't go everywhere. I actually put on my timer because I like it to be the full 2 minutes, and then I increase the speed. Okay, so 2 minutes, and then you're going to stir in 1.5 cups of boiling water. Okay, okay, while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you how I prepare the pans, okay? So these would be your best friend. I buy these at the dollar store. They're parchment paper circles and they're perfectly sized for these cake pans. You can also use parchment paper and trace them on the bottom, but you will need these. It will save you so much cleanup mess. So I just use this pan stuff because it's easy. Get the sides so your cakes pop out evenly. And then I put in the parchment paper circle. So worth the money when I found these, it changed my baking game. My cakes came out easier. The cleanup wasn't a complete disaster. Okay. Here's another little trick that I do. I put a little bit of powder flour at the bottom. You don't have to do this. This just makes the cakes again come out a little bit easier. Whoa, I got some oil on the floor, so I will be mopping the floors after I'm done doing report cards. I have a busy day today. Okay, this is looking really good, so I'm going to get my 1.5 cups of boiling water. It's going to look really runny. By the way, if you can see this, these are the flowers for the cake tomorrow. They're peonies. They're trying to open up. Every 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, my floor has that grease all over it. Spray over your kitchen sink. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the... Okay, this is 1.5 cups. It has to be boiling water, and this goes last. Then, just gonna stir it a little bit. It's going to look super liquidy, but that's okay. It's supposed to look super liquidy. Okay, and I'm just gonna get my scraper. Okay. Okay, so see how liquidy it looks? Don't panic. I did when I first made this recipe. I'm like, it's too watery, but I don't know. It's the magic is the hot water. I think it dissolves the cocoa, and I don't know. This cake is super moist too, by the way. Okay, so I want to get it a good consistency. I will take this paddle off now. Right there. Okay, give it another good stir. Okay. So I'm going to pour it in. I have a pouring attachment, but I'm not even gonna bother with that. I probably should, but okay, so here we go. And you're gonna bake it for 30 to 35 minutes, okay? So you want to make sure with these that they're all level, okay? So there we go. This is what I mean by I should have had my pour thing. There you go. There you go. I've done this a few times because, like I said, I pretty much make this cake for a lot of our birthdays. My husband's not a super chocolate fan, so I make him a strawberry cake, but Paige and I get chocolate because we love chocolate. Paige has been known to have hot chocolate with her chocolate cake. I wouldn't advise. It's like an overdose. That happened to her when we went for lunch today. She ordered like a super duper fudgy brownie and a hot chocolate, and she pretty much overdosed on chocolate. Not good. Okay, there we are. You get to lick the bowl, if your mom says, your dad says. Okay, I always give them a little shake like this, and the reason for the little shake is to kind of get the bubbles out. Okay, and you're going to bake them for 30-35 minutes, and I will see you in a bit when I ice them with our delicious chocolate frosting. Okay, see you in a bit.